second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Eagles and the Bears, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 133 yards. Second down, here's Barkley again.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. You look at this Eagle defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Let's go.
Here's Williams. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw, Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Eagles offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. And he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
63.
Barkley inside handoff. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Go!
From the gun, here's Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Looking to throw is Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Up the middle with Barkley. Fights off the defender. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd down and 6 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing is Hurts. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got Smith here. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Shipley will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again, and this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Now it's 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Two minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing again here, Williams. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. That'll be caught by Shipley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And they're going to speed things up here.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Eagles.
Hey, 73.
Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And just shutting him off there. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go. Check go.
Throwing is Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go now. Go.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Jermaine Johnson
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
From 13 yards out.
And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Go silver, right?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll give it to Shipley.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground with Shipley.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
For the run show, Fatukasi there on the tackle. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got some space here.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On the handoff, it's Shipley.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They'll run. Here's Shipley.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. This is 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here comes Shipley.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They're going to look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
To the left side, into the hands of Adunze.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
Shreds the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Cole Kmet,
a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, 49 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Powering his way forward. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 12. A minute 25 to play. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Second and 11. Swift going to try up the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense